I'm your host, Dr. Amanda, and if it's your first time here, you're in the right place if you're a growth-minded entrepreneur who's ready to get aligned with your inner power to get what you want in life and business. As you know, getting aligned with your inner power means that you are feeling good in your state of being. You have high energy, you have a high vibrational frequency, you are focused on positive, you feel joy because you're taking action from your zone of genius, and you're doing what it takes to make sure that every morning you start your day with a powerful morning routine so that you can get energetically aligned to create success in your life and business. And today we're going to talk very specifically about an aspect of this. It's how to detach and care at the same time to attract business success. So we're going to talk about the inner power manifestation formula and how to identify toxic attachments that cause resistance, how to care deeply about your business and simultaneously detach, how to discover what business success actually means to you, and then some steps that you can take to be aligned to attract business success. So let's start first with the inner power manifesting formula. And if you've been listening to this podcast for all of the seasons, you've definitely heard me talk about this before. And I want you to really integrate today the importance of detaching and caring when it comes to manifesting. And if you have any negative charge on manifesting or any skepticism, just think of manifesting as accomplishing goals. There's no need to get charged about the word manifestation. It literally just means to make something tangible that isn't tangible yet. And so it's just you accomplishing your goal. So let's look at the 3-step formula here and we'll talk about it and break it down. Step number 1, you want to decide with certainty and clarity what you want. Number 2, take action in the direction of what you want. And number 3, trust the universe to take care of the way, bring you opportunities. So the universe is going to show you how to do it and bring you opportunities. And when I say universe, I'm talking about your inner guidance. It could be your relationship with God. It could be collective consciousness. It could be divine cosmic energy. Whatever you want to label it as for yourself, use that. All we're saying is that you are opening up to the quantum field and you are opening the door to opportunities to come your way because you've accomplished step 1 and step 2. So let's break this down even further. When you decide with clarity and certainty what you want, you are sending a very clear signal to the outer world that you are ready and open to have something come your way, right? The interesting thing here is that you must believe in it fully in your entire state of being in order for it to manifest. The reason that we don't manifest instantaneously is because we don't believe it's true. We don't believe that what we want is possible, because if you did and you were fully aligned in your thoughts, in your feelings, and in your beliefs, you would create instantaneously. You would attract those opportunities to you immediately, and things would get really, really easy. You wouldn't have to worry about how to get there. You wouldn't have to worry about procrastinating, because you would be so aligned in that which you want and having made that decision that it would come to you very easily. So the main reason that we don't manifest quickly and easily is because of resistance. And I want you to think about resistance as any version of toxic attachments, unconscious blocks. These would be things like fears, uncertainty, doubt, imposter syndrome, could show up as procrastination. In another episode, you heard me talk about avoidance strategies. So it could be the unconscious avoidance strategies. You could be causing resistance through tiredness. That could be an unconscious block that you have, that you keep telling yourself you're tired, you don't have what it takes, you don't have the energy. So this would be a system in your mind that's built that causes resistance, that causes you to feel a certain way, and you push away the thing that you say you want. So everything that I teach you is about you dropping unconscious resistance and getting clear and certain so that you can get into inspired action and then let the universe bring you the ways. Okay? So you can see that in this formula, you must decide with certainty and clarity and detach from things that are keeping you stuck. And things that are keeping you stuck are going to be your attachment to it, which sounds funny. And this is where this question came up. I was running a mastermind and we were talking about the manifestation formula, and I was sharing the 3 steps. And someone raised their hand and said, but I don't understand. How are you supposed to detach and care at the same time? That doesn't make sense. And the reason he asked that is because the harder you cling, and I was describing how we get overly attached to the outcome and thinking we have to have the plan to make it happen. And most people think, well, if I really want something, I'm going to care a lot about it and I'm going to plan it out and I'm going to map it out and I'm going to go for it all the way. Some of that is awesome. The problem is that usually what people are doing is that they are caring about it from a state of lack. And they're overly attached. So I call this toxic attachment. So they're overly attached to the outcome, which actually pushes the outcome away. And the reason for this is because generally we are thinking, if I get this thing, I will feel better. So you have a lack energy, a scarcity energy going on where you think, oh, when I get the thing, I'll feel better. And think about it this way. This is like an example of clinging or being overly attached or toxic attachment. Think about if you were going on a date with someone and they were at the table with you and you were just meeting them and maybe you had like an hour-long dinner. Things were going okay or even maybe pretty well. And you're like, oh, I kind of like this person. And then all of a sudden by the end of the dinner, they're like clinging to you like, oh my God, I can't wait to see you again. When can I call you next? And they're telling you they love you already. And they're starting to get needy and clingy. And you're like, whoa, slow down a little bit here. And you feel like something is chasing you. That's what happens when we get overly attached to something. It causes a pushing away energy. And so it's another example of this could be when you're overselling. Have you ever hung out with someone who's overselling you on something and you're like, why are you working so hard to sell me this thing? And it causes alarms to go off inside of you. It's like red flags. You go, something's fishy here. Why are you so freaked out about making sure that I believe in this thing? This could be that when you are talking to a client, a potential client on a consult, and you're so excited about it and you're oversharing and over pushing and over caring, and on the receiving end, people get overwhelmed and bombarded and they go like, hey, give me some space. I'll get back to you. And it's the exact opposite of what you say you want, right? Because you get on that consult and you think, oh, I want this client, I want this customer. So in your mind, you're thinking, well, I want it badly. I care a lot about this. But really what you're doing is being overly attached to the outcome, and the energy behind it is desperation. So in this scarcity way, you are feeling desperate. You're feeling like you need someone to prove something to make you feel a certain way. And remember, we always are manifesting from our state of being. So it's not have, do, be. Like, oh, if I have the outcome, I'll feel good. It's the other way around. It's I feel good. I do the things. I take the steps. Step 2 of manifestation. I take steps in the direction because I believe it to be true in my internal being. And then I get the outcome that I desire. And I detach from the speed at which it happens. I detach from the way that it happens. I detach from my hyper control of the situation. And something I've really noticed that entrepreneurs do, especially type A's who are probably really good at planning and have gotten a lot of things done in their life, they have a plan for everything. And the issue here is that because you're overly attached to your plan and you care so much, you think it has to be your way, it causes impatience. And impatience, if you think about this, it's so fascinating because impatience actually pushes the thing away that you want to come fast. It has the exact opposite effect because your impatience is a vibrational frequency that is repellent instead of attractive. Imagine when you are calm and poised and you just patiently are mindfully there. And when I say patient, I just mean be present. Let things unfold as they will. You're not forcing. You're not controlling. You're not needing to know everything about the situation. And you're just saying, hey, I'm taking steps in the direction. I know that I'm clear about what I want, and I'm going to trust that the universe is going to bring it to me in ways that I could never plan for and that I don't need to plan for. And when you do that, you let go of the resistance. So over attachment causes resistance. And that's why I think of this as toxic attachments, right? It's not that you're attached to it because you care. You're attached to it because you think that it's going to fulfill a void. And when you're doing it from that perspective and you're thinking that outside thing is going to make you happy and fulfilled, you are pushing it away. So the trick here is to detach and care at the same time. So when I say that, what that means is caring is you seeing the outcome happen and feeling aligned with that outcome, feeling a sense of well-being within yourself from every step of the way. You're not going, oh my God, I'm pushing hard and I'm freaking out and I'm working hard. Why isn't it coming to me? Why isn't it happening as fast as I want? That is causing you to push it away because you're overly attached to the outcome happening at your speed. So that isn't actually a caring state of being. That's a forcing state of being. So caring is you being mellow, you being poised. I love the word poised, and a balanced state of equilibrium. So when you're in a balanced state of equilibrium, you see the benefits and drawbacks. You're able to be present. You're able to be responsive. You're able to slow down. You're able to take things as they come. When you're in a state of mania or forcing, you want to push and you want it to happen faster, and you get frustrated when it doesn't. And that is what causes your success in your business to take longer. And it's the exact opposite of what I know you want. And so this is always so fascinating to me because it seems like when we care, we are going to be attached to it. So I want you to remember today, hey, what is the outcome that I care about having? How can I see it from all perspectives? And how can I trust that in the process of manifesting or accomplishing my goals, I am willing to let go of my attachment to the speed at which it happens, the way that it happens. I don't need to know all the plans. I just need to know step A to B. I take that first step and I align my energy and I keep seeing the vision. So the part you're caring about is seeing the vision. The part you're caring about is stepping into the feeling of the wish fulfilled and going, I can see this vision happening. I'm so looking forward to when it does, and yet simultaneously, I'm not freaking out about how it's going to come or when it's going to come. I don't need to know all of that. I don't need to get attached to that. I can let that go. I hope that makes sense. I wish you were here with me so you could ask questions right now. Whatever questions you do have about this process, let me know. I'm happy to answer in upcoming episodes. I love, love, love helping people understand why they're stuck and not manifesting success in their life or business. And this is you understanding the fundamentals or the physics of energy. And when you think about inner power and inner power entrepreneurship, it's all about energy. And when your energy is detached and caring at the same time, that is when you attract and magnetize to you consciously, because you're taking the daily steps to up-level your vibrational frequency, get clear about what you want, take inspired steps in the direction, let go of the outcome in terms of the speed at which it comes, or even sometimes letting go of the outcome, because sometimes you think you want something, and as you take a step on the way, it gets clearer about what you actually want. And so this is such a fun process when you let it be. When you detach and care at the same time, it's fun. When you're overly attached through toxic attachments and you care too much, meaning you're actually coming from a space of lack and clinging, you push it away because you're causing resistance. So remember right now, if you are moving along in your business and you're not getting what it is that you say you want, check out what we've said today. Are you stuck in number one? Are you stuck not sure about what you want and you're not willing to let yourself be clear and decisive about what you want? Are you stuck in number two? Are you not taking action? And always go back to the number before, because if you're not taking action, then already it says to me you don't have certainty or clarity and you haven't made a full 100% empowered decision that you believe is possible. So if you're not taking action, you go, Amanda said action is evidence of belief. So if I'm not taking action, something's off in my belief system about this thing that I want. And you need to dig there. Get conscious and ask yourself, like, do I believe it's possible to get what I want? Is what I want actually what I truly want in that way of knowing myself, or is it what someone else told me I should want? Why do I want it? Another really powerful question to dig at these things is to ask why I want this. So let's say you have a goal to have a certain number of customers or clients in your business by a certain period of time. Ask yourself why it's important to have that in that way. And what is it that you are, quote unquote, trying to fulfill? And when you dig there, it'll give you a lot of clues about your attachments. And often they're ego driven. It's like, oh, if I make it to this level, I'll feel good about myself. If I make this amount of money, I won't feel like an imposter. Or you'll have a fantasy around, when this happens, I'll feel a certain way. And so when that happens, you are overly attached, and it's not a caring state. You're in a desperate state. And so you want to dig into these things. And none of this is ever to beat yourself up, because this is human nature. It's not like you're going to escape being attached. It's not like you're going to escape being sometimes in a state of scarcity or fear. Those things are going to happen. You're just training yourself in a different direction by understanding what I teach here. You're going to go, oh, okay, I'm stuck. There's some version of resistance going on. Is there any possibility that I have some toxic attachments that's causing resistance? And the toxic attachment could be impatience. Like I'm attached to the speed at which it comes. And this is the most common one. It's why I say it so many times today, is because I see entrepreneurs jump into business and they're like really intent on things happening in a certain timeline. And when it doesn't, they get frustrated. So they think they care, but they're way overly attached to the timeline. And so it's not really a caring state, it's a desperation state. And usually it has to do with proving something. Sometimes it has to do with reaching a bottom line numbers wise. And that's where you want to dig within as well and go, okay, do I have enough money in savings to fund my business for a certain period of time? Am I in fight, flight, freeze mode because I've drained my account so low that now I'm freaking out about money? And in that state, it's impossible to detach when you're in a survival state, because when you're in a survival state, you are automatically attached to survival. You're attached to the idea of living. And so you put your system into a state of automatic attachment when you're in survival. So if this is you, get a job for a while. Find a way to come up with a different version of getting funded so that you can build your business from a source of creativity instead of desperation. Everything is always going to be harder when you're coming from a place of scarcity, when you're coming from a place of proving yourself, when you're coming from a place of, oh, if this is successful, it will prove that I'm not an imposter. It'll prove to my husband or wife or partner that I'm good enough. It'll prove to the people in the outer world, whoever it is, friends, family members, old colleagues, that I've made it and that I'm not a fraud and that I know what I'm doing. I mean, there's just so many things we do to ourselves and so much pressure we put on building successful businesses. And as you can see from what we've said today, all of that is a vibe of clinging, desperation, fear, doubt, uncertainty, procrastination, impatience. All of that pushes away your business success because you're causing resistance and you're causing yourself to be out of alignment and you're causing yourself to create the opposite of what you think you want, which is to build a successful business in a timeline that feels good. You're actually going to cause it to take longer. You're going to cause it to be harder. So how to detach and care at the same time takes you, first and foremost, becoming very aligned within yourself, examining yourself on a daily basis, checking in with yourself about what it is you're pursuing. Is it aligned with your zone of genius? Is it aligned with what you really deeply desire to be, do, and have in the world? And start from that place first. And really, I would say in a key takeaway moment for today, if you're freaking out about the timeline, already know that you are overly attached and you're causing yourself resistance. So how do you stop this? You want to start doing what it takes to get aligned first. And I know this sounds overly simplistic. Sometimes when I say it, I'm like, I'm sure people are sitting there going like, yeah, right, Dr. Amanda, like, what are you talking about? That's it. I had someone on a post once say that to me, like, wouldn't it be nice if it were this simple? And it's like, in truth, it is. The hard part is that you don't believe it and that you think that there's some answer outside of yourself. And so you keep working hard, and then you think you'll feel good once you get something on the outside of yourself to validate you. The truth is it's the opposite. It's you becoming a master of yourself, and then you have the magic wand to create anything you desire. It all starts from within. That's why I talk about inner power. Inner power is you accessing your magnetism in a conscious way to be able to create everything that you desire. And we want to detach from our fear, from our doubt, from our uncertainty, and the belief that something outside of us is going to make us feel better. And this is wild because you can want things and move forward while being detached. What this looks like is a playful state of creation where you go, hey, I'm going to have fun building my business. I'm going to be strategic. I'm going to take daily steps, and I'm going to trust that my success is inevitable. As I'm aligned and taking daily action, more and more opportunities will open up. The more action you take in an aligned way, the more opportunities can come your way. The more that you signal what it is that you're looking for. It's like putting in directions to a computer. I love this thought about putting it into AI. When you're clear about the prompt that you put in AI, it spits out awesomeness. When you're not clear about the prompt that you put in, it gets very confused and it doesn't say what you want it to say. Same exact thing when you're giving directions to the universe. If you're clear and you're taking action, many opportunities will come your way. You'll have so many options and things will scale and grow over time. All right. Let's recap today. So the 3-step inner power manifestation formula is: number 1, decide with clarity and certainty what you want. Number 2, take action in the direction of what you desire. And number 3, trust the universe to bring you opportunities and show you the way and take care of the house. You don't need to know all the answers. Just take one step at a time. And as you take a step on the way appears. And it gets easier and easier. And always remember, it's about energetic alignment first. If you are overly attached to the timeline, if you're overly attached to the way it has to happen, you're actually causing resistance because you're toxically attached to the outcome, thinking that you have to have all the answers, thinking you have to have all the solutions, thinking it has to happen at a certain timeline, and you're pushing away your manifestation because you're causing resistance, and resistance is what causes you to not manifest. So get clear on what your resistance is, and always remember, first thing in the day, get yourself energetically aligned, and then continue to do that throughout the day. Go to innerpowerdaily.com/membership, and you'll see my morning routine membership. This membership is insanely awesome. So we're a couple weeks in, and I do a 10-minute lesson every day. So you get on an app, a lesson that gives you I call it a daily morning lesson. So it's some inspiration and it's a lesson. We have 5 different topics that we go Monday through Friday. And then you get a journaling prompt and a mini meditation, like a very short meditation. This is to get you aligned first thing in the day and then set you up for success. The journaling prompts are awesome. So if you are someone who struggles with I stare at my journal, I'm not sure what to do. I want to feel more powerful in my life, but I don't know how, this is your solution. And it is very low cost. It's an easy way for you to get aligned every day and start manifesting exactly what you want by getting energetically aligned first, and then learning steps to take actions. It's business, it's mindset, it's relationships, it's money blocks, it's all the things that you need to be a successful entrepreneur. So just go to innerpowerdaily.com/membership. And you can check it out there. 7-day free trial. We have a book club. We have once a month live. It is awesome. All right. It's been so fun to be with you today. And I can't wait to see you again. Until then, I'm sending you inner power hugs and high fives.